We're here today on the banks of the Foyle, and when a group of us sat down together at Holywell Trust, we really thought that all of our heritage is ultimately in this area some way connected to the natural heritage. We're at the site here looking up at the Boom Hall, owned by Derry City Council for the last 25 years, and the possibility of maybe exploring what's the future of that place, how do we get it maybe used, create jobs better, how do we get it into the public domain. It's an iconic site. It has fallen into dereliction. There's also very substantial stables out the back, but the structure itself is very solid. I think most people, archaeologists and historians, suspect that this is probably, this little river corridor, this corridor of the river here, is probably the oldest established place of settlement, because it's where it would be easier to fish. So where we're here is, you've got the site of really three great houses from the Foyle Bridge, between here and the Foyle Bridge and Coolmore. You have Boom Hall here. We were funded by Build and Change Trust to look at the potential of projects, social innovations that ultimately would lead to social enterprises and social jobs. We formed a company limited by guarantee called Boom Hall Partnerships, purely to source some money to scope out what we could do with this site. To that end, we've spoken to the political parties, we've spoken to the community groups, to the local neighbourhood partnerships around here, to see really how can this place be turned from somewhere where it was largely a drinking den for people to being a site for renewable, sustainable employment. When the Guildhall was restored lately in Derry, it needed specific woodsmen, needs specific plasterers, painters, textile people, and a lot of those skills had to be actually imported. And so one of the key points of government strategy is that there is a lack of high-end heritage conservation skills. In the whole notion of heritage, I suppose, conservation, the whole notion of energy, we thought this should be a place that actually houses something that is unique to the area, but also gives substantive sustainable employment. Sometimes I think we need outside inspiration a little bit, and to that end we are working in partnership with the Eden Project in Cornwall. Cornwall was largely an area that was deprived, peripheral in these islands, and the Eden Project came up with this amazing project to create these biomes and create these ecosystems. It's one of the largest tourist attractions in these islands, generating millions every year for the economy. I have almost a vision that if you imagined an estate like this in the past, these estates were almost self-sufficient. You know, you had the walled garden to provide the food, the energy, the fish from the river, the trees, the salmon. You know, that's the way we have to look at them again, that actually how can this wider Foyle landscape sustain the people of Derry, Strabane and the wider area, and so that employment is tied to the uniqueness of the area.